I just don't know what to expect. The first day of 2025, we supposedly have an attack on our country, um, but we can't really believe everything that we hearing from this New Orleans attack. I want to be very, very sensitive and particular on how I deal with this topic because it's very, very new, and people are grieving. It's just absolutely insane what we woke up to after celebrating and getting drunk, and there's people that were celebrating in New Orleans that, unfortunately, as soon as they made it to 2025, their celebration was short-lived. The tragedy in New Orleans is very, very new, but we do know that a man from Texas drove a pickup truck into a crowd of people in New Orleans, killing about 15 and injuring over 35, or maybe approximately. It's bad. And still new, but there are a lot of different details in the story that are swirling. People are saying all kind of stuff. They said he had an ISIS flag on the truck. That kind of sounded kind of funny to me, but that was a part of the facts. There are a couple of people that are spreading misinformation that the attacker was an immigrant, that the attacker, though he supported ISIS, supposedly, I guess, that he had entered the country because of Joe Biden's open border policies. And another thing that we're going to have to prepare ourselves, that even after Donald Trump is in office, there will be plenty blame still on his predecessor and the Democrats. So let's be clear. Just because them folks got their savior don't mean that they're going to be happy, and don't mean that they're going to stop placing the blame. They are not going to ever stop placing the blame on whoever else that they can place the blame on.
Or is what I thought. Until once we get inside the divot and he's coming up all onto the sidewalk and all that, but by that time we had already made it inside the divot. Or is what I thought. Until once we get inside the divot and the car passes, I turn around to look who's all in here, because it was supposed to be 3 of us. I turn around to look who's all in here, and I don't see my friend. And I just start screaming and yelling, and I'm like, nah, where are you? And I turn and I look in the street, and her right leg is flipped like horror movie style over her back, and it's just blood.
Yes. I'm probably not going to play the footage. Yes, Toya, there have been a number of attacks within the very first day of the year. I have a video of the perpetrator, the alleged perpetrator, Shamsud Din Jabbar, who they said is the man who ran into all of those people. And again, man, they saying that it's just getting started. They saying that we're gonna see a lot more attacks.
It's very interesting. You're the Secretary of Homeland Security. CNN has obtained a joint bulletin from the Department of Homeland Security warning of lone offender attacks coming up, specifically mentioning the potential use of vehicle ramming. That bulletin came out and was sent around the country to cities and states warning of this potential danger. Did New Orleans screw up, basically, not pay attention to that warning?
I don't think that's fair to say, Wolf. That wouldn't be a fair conclusion to draw. That was not our first bulletin with respect to the threat of the lone offender. The perpetrator of the terrorist attack yesterday in New Orleans was an Army veteran, a U.S.-born citizen. We have spoken now for about 10 years about the phenomenon of an individual resident in the United States radicalized to violence by a foreign terrorist ideology or other ideologies. We're speaking of a veteran here. Local officials do the best they can in securing the well-being of their residents. We work very closely with our state and local partners.
The FBI.
Yeah, so he was not an immigrant. He's an American citizen. He does have a Muslim name, so, they're saying that he's Muslim. He's had an ISIS flag on the truck. And we also know that he is ex-military. That is not also the only attack from ex-military. Not even just to say that that was an attack. I don't really know how I should classify it. But, man, this is going to be a crazy year. I know it's going to be a crazy year. Because a truck a truck blows up.
There's dead bodies everywhere, fam. This nigga ran over these people and killed these people, fam. Dead bodies everywhere. Oh
my God.
That's crazy. There's dead bodies everywhere.
Yeah,
fam, this nigga ran over these people. That's crazy.
Yeah, we're not gonna show the video. Of course, y'all probably seen it already.
The brain splatter, fam.
Oh my God. Goodness.
What the fuck?
Thoughts and prayers, man. Rest in peace, and prayers to anybody that was affected in this tragedy. I read both were special service trained and previously stationed at Fort Bragg. Latoya, boy, you be up on, boy. Your third eye is open, Latoya Goodman. Oh, your third eye is open, Miss Ma'am. Yes. Before I can even get the information out, she on top of it.